a proven strategy to add value to your property when prices are falling. And if you're a buyer, you're likely to be paying for other people's renovation and possibly even buying someone else's tastes. But there are cases where buying a renovated property makes sense. So joining us to help weigh the pros and cons is our guest host, Amanda Gould, Principal Buyers Agent with High Spec Buyers Agents. Amanda, welcome to you. Great to have you with us. Looking
good to see you again.
Fiji fresh there.
Yes.
You had a lovely holiday.
I did, thank you.
Now, buying a renovated home, is it a good or a bad idea on balance? And then let's unpack the whole thing.
Okay, well, look, the easiest way to think about it is, do you have a lot of time? Because obviously renovation does take time. I think a lot of people think, wow, it's turnkey, I can walk straight in, it's done. So that's a great option. It also takes a lot of time, stress and money to renovate. You have to have the vision. A lot of people don't have the vision. I think it's only 20%, and you'd know this, James. Yeah. Only 20% of people of the population actually can envision an ugly duckling into a beautiful swan. So really having that, and also having the experience and knowing what to do. So there can be a lot of...
Look, I agree with you. I mean, it is my forte, it's my job. And unfortunately for me, a lot of people don't have the idea or the taste to be able to do it themselves. So for people out there buying, you know, and they might have an idea, but when do you think it's a good idea to buy a renovated property?
I think at the moment, we're finding renovated properties are selling way better than anything. So back in the peak of the market, renovated and unrenovated were selling just as well. Now we're finding that renovated properties are selling the best out of all of them.
Why is that? Because I would have thought it was the opposite, because I thought people are, you know, if prices are pulling back a bit, people look for ways they can add value rather than just depending on the capital growth, and a way to add value is to renovate. So why is it that stuff that's already done is more popular, do you think?
I think just saving time and not knowing, really having the fear of the unknown. If they haven't renovated before, how can they get to that end result and make it as beautiful as that? And also you've got to think, if it's a house you're going through DA, that's a lot of stress, or going through strata to get approvals, etc. So I think just ease. People are wanting a lot easier way of buying property at the moment.
And could it be a case of where you don't really know something's value when the prices are changing a bit? At least you can kind of put a price on that renovated property and you know what it's worth now.
Absolutely, and a lot of people don't know. They'll overcapitalise. I've got a client at the moment, and she's a fantastic client, lovely. We got her a property last week. However, she's starting to talk about all these finishes and fixtures, and I'm thinking, wow, this is expensive already. Just make sure you don't overcapitalise. So just reminding them, you know, not to overcapitalise on a small investment.
Now, you talk about overcapitalising when it's, of course, the renovation time, but how do you stop overpaying when you're buying a renovated property? Because, you know, my side of things, we know how to make it look great.
Yes.
And hide a whole sort of handful of sins. Yeah, in a clever way. I mean, it's sometimes just highlighting the benefits of the property.
Yeah. Look, I think the important thing, and I always say this, is research, research, research. So do your research, compare it. Make sure you're comparing, when we're comparing renovated to another renovated property, is it a high-spec reno? Is it a standard reno? Have they got glass splashback on, which is, you know, quite dated? Do they have tiles? Is it a little bit more bespoke, or is it generic? So they're the sort of things that we look at when pricing.
Personally, with your your clients, like buying renovated properties, and do you think that's specifically because of your market?
Well, I buy a lot for unrenovated properties for my renovators, because I do deal with a lot of renovators from the School of Renovating, and we help them source those, renovate them really well, and then sell them. But we have a mixture. You know, we just bought something this week, a beautiful home. I think we've got pictures of that coming up in Camperdown, fully renovated, clients in Dubbo, and their kids live here. So they just wanted to have something really easy.
Well, I think we've got pictures of that one now, and it looks...
Isn't it beautiful?
Really so what's happened with the renovation here? What have they done to it?
Look, that was a high-spec reno. It was an original little 2 or 3 bedroom cottage, and our clients just wanted something turnkey. Again, it's the ease, and they're living away, so they just needed something that they could just walk in. Their kids could live there while they're working elsewhere.
Very high contrast you can see there, and almost a sort of black and white, a little bit warmer in the bathrooms, but really appealing to that very chic end of town. I love those dark floors, Amanda.
Yeah, look at it, urban. It's got a double lock-up garage, beautiful high-spec home. It doesn't look like much from the outside. You don't really know. It's like the TARDIS. You go in and you've got some beautiful finishes too. Some, you know, walls. See that back panelling wall? That really had texture, and the first thing the clients did was walk in and touch that wall.
Now, Sophie made the point when she asked a question a moment ago about, you know, she would have thought that perhaps the market would be strong because you can buy properties unrenovated and people see their value.
Yep.
But as the market's cooling off, you know, I agree. I think, you know, we discuss it a lot on the show. Presentation is everything.
Absolutely.
So people are wanting to see that they're buying and getting really good value for their money.
Absolutely. Value for money is key at the moment.
And you're seeing that translate with all of your buyers.
Yeah, absolutely. And even the auctions, and you know this from an auction show, is the auctions that are selling well are the ones on great streets, quiet locations and well renovated.
Yeah, that's true. Another one you've got to look at is Bondi. This is another case study.
Yes. So this was actually a client of mine that bought an unrenovated property, 1970s original condition, and made it into something beautiful. So this is the end product, and they did a fantastic job, and they're frequent clients of ours, renovators, and they came in, they did a beautiful job of renovating high spec. That was the original kitchen. So it might not be a 70s, might be an 80s, but you know, original tiles there, that sort of moss green
that
sort of colour.
70s.
And look what they did to it. You know, they did a beautiful job, and it sold extremely well. That sold in February, beginning of the year, before the markets shifted.
Yes.
So they did extremely well on that renovation, and we've just bought their new project 3 weeks ago.
How much did they spend on that reno? We can see they sold for 1.4 after buying it for $1 million.
Million, yes. So they did a really good job. Look, the renovation, not exactly sure of how much they spent. It would have been over 100, the finishes and fixtures. So a lot of my renovators, I always say, especially in places like Bondi, people expect quality. So you do need to spend on the fixtures and fittings and tiles and things that really will evoke emotion.
It's also got a huge UK drawer, so I see the washing machine in the kitchen. It's an
Yeah,
accepted thing for a UK buyer. It's quite normal, isn't it?
Yeah, well, save the space and put it in the kitchen. I don't think that's a problem in these urban locations.
No, and speaking of bathrooms, that as buying a property that's renovated, that's an area that you could be tripped up a bit, isn't it? Because there's waterproofing issues and things with people who've ripped bathrooms out.
You're right, Sophie. So the thing is, a lot of people, when they're renovating, they have to, for example, units, they have to get the body corporate approval. And what they're doing at the moment, as soon as you start renovating a property and you put waterproofing in, it's your responsibility. So if you don't choose the right trades and there's a problem and you're selling that, and a year later somebody's, you know, there's a problem and it starts leaking, etc., you're liable for it going into the next apartment and paying for all that, whereas it's normally a body corporate issue and they normally, you know, pay for it if it's an original apartment.
And are you finding that? I mean, people do sort of not necessarily understand that. We talk about renovating kitchens and bathrooms, the two most important rooms in the house. But kitchens just have, you know, one drain pipe, one waste, and water in the wall or underneath. Waterproofing is a big thing for bathrooms. So are you finding that, you know, the kitchens always get done, but are all bathrooms being done in the properties that you're looking at?
Not all of them. A lot of people will do the kitchen because it is easier, like you said, and they'll leave the bathroom. I saw one classic one yesterday for a first-home buyer, and everything was done except for the bathroom because people don't want to tackle it, and it is expensive. 15 to 20K, as you know, to do a bathroom well, and you need to make sure that you're choosing the right trades, because if those trades go bust in a year or two when you actually might have water leaking issues, you know, what do you do?
Yeah, well, let's have a look at that Woolloomooloo property. Tell us what happened here.
Okay, so this was another client of mine, bought an unrenovated, beautiful, down on Cowper Wharf.
Oh, beautiful.
That's pretty massive.
They need renovating.
3 bedrooms. So this was originally unrenovated. They renovated. They did a very, very high-end luxe reno.
So they're
styling.
about 15 years. Oh, this is no, they're the other side of the wharf. Right. They're a bit older though.
Yeah. So it was originally maybe the 90s where they built. And this is the end result. There's styling by Coco. Beautiful job. Very, very bright and light. They sold to a downsizing couple that just wanted to have all the restaurants there and to be close to the city, and yeah, they did a beautiful job.
It's a tough life, that side of town.
I know.
It's really important, though, for people watching and considering renovations themselves to understand what people are really doing there, because all of the bells and whistles in those rooms are hugely achieved by styling, whereas basically it's a very white palette, very neutral, very appealing to the broad market, really beautiful kitchen, and then all of this padding, if you like, is done with the styling. So it's about the clever choice of where you spend your money on. You know, you mentioned glass splashback there. The beautiful colour in those dining chairs would look quite different if that was the colour of the glass splashback.
Absolutely, absolutely. And look, the bathrooms were all beautiful. They used marble in all of the bathrooms, marble kitchen. They had a lot of bespoke finishes, but that's where they spent the money, in these locations. And of course, they had great floors. And when you're dealing with down on Woolloomooloo on the wharf, there's only a certain amount of trades that you can use. So you can't just use your own tradesmen and come in and just, they've got a panel of people and it takes a lot longer to get approval. So that was actually a really long reno because of that.
Yeah, another good point that you make about that is time. I mean, you know, you buy, you go to a nursery and you buy a little plant and a big plant. I remember a guy talking to me 20 years ago and saying what you're buying is time.
Yeah.
And it's the same with DA and with renovations. Kitchens can come in and out pretty quickly. Bathrooms, it's a bigger deal, but, you know, it's relating to add value to your property.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I mentioned, I'd much prefer to hear a bid from the floor rather than place one on behalf of the sellers. So if there's something out there, I'm happy to entertain an offer from you. I would have thought in the early 1-2s at least to get me a start here today. Is there something in that vicinity here today? Okay. Quickly, last chance. It's here and now. Once, twice. Third time, I'll start with the seller's bid now, $1,230,000. 1 and 2, 30,000 bidding offer. It's here with me now. At a bit 1, 2 and 3 at $1,230,000 buyers. I would have thought maybe 10 or better here. I'm open to your suggestion though. $1,230,000 at $1,230,000 bidding offer, and it's here with me now at $1,230,000 at $1,230,000 to our registered parties. Bid up with confidence here. It's a great home. It's here for your competition now. $1,230,000 bidding offer, and it's here with me. $1,230,000. Once, $1,230,000. Twice, $1,230,000. Third, final time before it goes. Is there any better offer? Is there any better offer than $1,230,000? There's multiple registered parties here. There are multiple parties here. You're back today with that intention of bid and purchase. I'm certainly here today to sell it. There's no mistake about that. $1,230,000 is the bidding offer. It's against our clients. Bidding offers here with me. To those of you that are holding bidders cards, bid up with a lot of confidence. Great home in a good position. $1,230,000. $1,230,000. Once, twice. Oh, I'm happy to take 10, sir, but no less here at $1,230,000. I'll tempt you in for 40, sir, and I'll let you know when we can take less. Can I say 40 for you, sir? $1,240,000 if you will. $1,230,000. Bidding offers here with me at this stage at $1,230,000. At $1,230,000 is the bidding call and offer. Bids here with me now. I appreciate your bid, sir. I really do. I've got strict instructions moving forward. I've started a little bit lower than where we've been suggesting figures anyway. $1,230,000, Rob. You're happy to take the 5. I would have thought the 10 would be a better offer here. $1,230,000. I'm happy to move forward in a $10,000 increment, sir, and I'll let you know when I can take less. Can I tempt you in for 40, sir? $1,230,000 bidding offer. It's still here with me at 1 and 2, 3. $1,230,000, and it's here with me now at $1,230,000 to our other registered parties. As I mentioned earlier on, I'm happy to move in a 10 or better increment here. I would have thought maybe 1 and 240 is the next step of where we need to go here. $1,230,000 though is the bidding call and offer. It's still here with me now at $1,230,000 against our clients respectively. $1,230,000. We've got multiple registered parties. Whether it transacts right now, I'm very confident of seeing a sold sticker this afternoon. $1,230,000. It's not going to do you any justice, of course, by being here this afternoon and waiting. $1,230,000 is the bidding call and offer now. $1,230,000, it's here left. At a bit $1,230,000. We tempt you in for 10 years, sir, if you will, at $1,230,000. At $1,230,000 bids here. Once, $1,230,000. Twice. Bid third, final time before it goes. Is there any... And 10? 10. Welcome aboard, sir. $1,240,000. At a bid 1,240. Our first bidder. Welcome aboard, sir. Best of luck to you. At a bid 1,240,000 is the bidding offer. It's right behind me now. Of course, it's on the 40 now. It's right here in front. Bidding offer is here. It's on the right-hand side at 1, 2 and 4 at $1,240,000. At a bit $1,240,000 to our other registered parties.
You mentioned that we're negotiating with the highest bidder.
Understood.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, sure. $1,240,000. As I mentioned to you, we do have multiple registered parties. This gentleman's he's holding the keys at the moment. If we do set it aside, At this level, given our length of time already, we'll simply negotiate with this gentleman and this gentleman only, exclusively with our owners at their written reserve price. 1,240,000 is the bidding call and offer. It's here on the right. If you're back today, though, with that intention to bid and own it, or likewise negotiate directly post-auction, it's very important that you place an offer above this level, because we'll simply transfer that opportunity to you. 1,240,000 though is the bidding offer. It's here on the right against our clients respectively. 1,240,000 bids here. $1,240,000. Well, folks, I think we've had ample opportunity. Sir, madam, just bear with me for a moment in time. Your bid's $1,240,000. I'll get Rob to confirm our instructions. If there's no better bid or offer, I'm more than happy to set the property aside. We'll start negotiating immediately. $1,240,000 is here on my right.
Someone wants to go pass them to this guys, and then they can come in.
Perfect.
Yep.
$1,240,000 is here on the right-hand side. As I mentioned to you, I'm more than happy to set the property aside. We immediately start negotiations here on the right-hand side. If you're back today, though, to have an opportunity to own the home, you've got good level opportunity now. Sir. 250. Welcome aboard, sir. Best of luck to you at 1,250,000. $1.25 million. It's the gentleman's bid. It's here on the right now at 1,250,000. At $1,250,000 is the bidding offer, and it's here right now at 1,250,000. So, madam, do we tempt you in for 10 here at 1,250,000? At 1,250,000 is the gentleman's bid. Number 6 holds it for the record here at 1,250,000. At $1.25 million. Gentleman's bid. It's right here in front. $1,250,000, and it's here on the right. Once, 1,250,000. Sir, madam, we are out here at 1,250,000. Twice at 1,250,000. This gentleman's going to get the first opportunity to own it in a moment's time. If we set the property aside, we negotiate exclusively with this gentleman here. $1,250,000. Bids here. Once, 1,250,000. Here on the right. Twice.
10.
60, 70, sir. Quick retort. 70, your bid. At a bit 1,270,000, sir, and 80 is the way to go here. At a bit 1,280,000, your bid. 90 now. At a bit 1,290,000, 13, sir. At a bit 1,290,000, 13, your bid, sir. At a bit 13 and 10. 10 a bit, 10 a bit, 10 a bit here. At a bit 1,310,000. We found our calling, Charlie. At a bit 1,310, and it's right here. At a bit 1,310, it's on the left and 6 holds. At a bit 1,310, we're out on the left at 2-horse race here. At a bit 1,310, do we go to 20, sir? At a bit 1,310, it's on the left now, you're out on the right. At a bit 1,310,000, it's here and it's on the left-hand side at 1,310,000. $1,310,000, it's this gentleman's bid and it's on the left. At a bit $1,310,000, bids here. Once, $1,310,000. 5, 1, 5 and 20. At a bit 1,025, your bid, sir, just on the card, so there's no mistakes made for me. And a bit 1,325, it's bidding offer, and it's here on the left at 1,325. And a bit 1,325, and a fast car zooms by at 1,325. And a bit 1,325. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some terrific news. 1,325, sir. If there's no better bid and offer, we sell away in your direction. It is going to be sold today. 1,325, 35, 50, or 45. 45. It's here for sale. 5 or better, sir. Take me to 50, sir. Take me to 50 or better. $1,345,000. It's the gentleman's bid. It's here. It's on the left-hand side. It's in blue.
5.
And 50's here. 60. $1,360,000. He sees value in the home, sir. So should you. So should you, sir. He's a good judge of character. $1,360,000 is the winning bid. It's here. It's left-hand side. $1,360,000. It's going to be sold today. It is here for sale at $1,360,000. 65, 75, 80, sir. 80's here. 90. 5, sir. Absolutely sure. $1,390,000 bidding offer. It's 1390. It's here. It's on the left-hand side. Number 6 holds it for the record now. At a bit $1,390,000. We sell away now. At a bit 139 bidding offer, and it's here left. $1,390,000. Folks, how are we tracking here? Third time we sell away in this gentleman's direction now. $1,390,000. Absolutely sure, sir. What about one? I'll take one before it goes. Absolutely sure. Appreciate your bidding competition here today. Best of luck. $1,390,000. Well, sir, it looks like you've done it. I'll be with you in a moment. $1,390,000 to our other registered parties that have competed, not competed so far. Third time, a hammer comes down. We sell away in this direction. $1,390,000 is right here in front. $1,390,000. Once. Twice. Sir, madam, absolutely sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Bid third, final time before it goes. Is there any better offer? Is there any better offer than $1,390,000? We're bidding, sir, on behalf of the whole team at Bell Property, welcome to Johnston Street. Done, sold, congratulations. Well purchased. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the whole team at Bell Property, thank you for joining us here in Annandale.
Well, folks, we're all here. This is our 6th auction for the day. We've had some happy buyers. We'd like to see another one. So what I'll do, pass it over to you and ask for a fair and level-headed opening start. I'm in your hands. I did ask for an opening start. There we go, 500,000. Wish you the very best of luck from here, folks. Let's kick it off in 20s, and everybody should be bidding at this level. 20, 40. Should be no hesitation. 560, 80. Over there. 560 I've got. 80. Gonna get there anyway. 560 I have. Take 600. Don't let that scare you. That's 600 I've got. Take 10s if it helps from here. 600 I have. 610. Yes? You're shaking your head the wrong way, Dennis. I've been married for about 15 years. I'm used to yes. 620 I have, but it's against you at the back. 30. 640. 60. 640. 660 I've got in front. They were there first. 670. 80. 80 I've got. 90. Go straight to 7. 690. 7. 690 I have. 700 I've got in the front. Against you at the back there, sir. 710. 20. 20. 710 I've got. We sold Dashing Road. Smaller land for 735. 715. 740,000. 740 at the back. Don't let that scare you. Could be their absolute sealer, folks. 740 I've got. We're done over here. Your head's going to fall off that way. 740 I've got. How about here in front? Take 2.5 if it helps. 740 I've got at the back. So offer the same courtesy here. You're definitely done. Definitely out. Appreciate your bidding. How about anywhere else? Did we all just come to watch me? I'll take that as a compliment. I'll pay you all later. 740 I've got. Call it 3 times, folks. We're exchanging keys here today. No need to seek instructions. We're on the market and selling. If there's no further bids, we'll be congratulating the family at the back. 3 opportunities. Here we go. First call. That's 740,000. Is that a bid there, sir? Be very careful at my auctions when you raise your hand. I take it as a bid. Or just saying hello to me. Oh, fantastic. Love the glasses. Second call. That's 740,000. We're definitely done here. I'll take a 1. We're on the market. No? Third and final call at 740,000. Are we all done? All silent? All finished it out? Well, let's get ready to congratulate them, folks. Great day for it, because we're selling, selling, definitely done. Definitely out. 100%. I need to know. Appreciate your patience. We're on the market and selling. I'll take 500 if it helps. No? 100%. Don't have that real estate regret moment when you're driving down here in a year or two, banging that steering wheel. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's happened to a lot of us. 740, once, twice, third. Her final call. Let's get ready for the round of applause. We're selling, selling, sold. Congratulations. Welcome to the Lakeside Estate in Craigieburn. On behalf of Ray White Craigieburn, have a great weekend, folks.
And that's how it's done. A beautiful auction with Trish Orico. We do like all our auctioneers on this show, all of them.
We do.
But she does a mighty fine job.
And she's very efficient about it too, because we were speaking to Kate Bacots from, she's a Melbourne buyer's agent, so she goes to lots of auctions. She said, 17 past is genuinely when they wrap up. But look, 9 past the hour, and Trish has sewn that whole deal.
Look, it started off at $500,000. There was only $20,000 bids, and she was pretty clear with that. Got that up there, and once she passed, that $680,000, it started to go to 10K bids. $740,000 for what is essentially a brand new home. They haven't been in there a long time. It looks pretty spotless. They upped the ante with the original owners who built the property and got the highest specs that they could from the builder at the time, and it looks brand new and ready to move in. So well done. Pretty strong auction and pretty, reasonably good crowd.
Yeah, and the house was very well tricked up. They'd only lived in it for 18 months, so it's virtually brand new.
Yeah.
And in a desirable part of that sort of lakeside estate there in Craigieburn, and Craigieburn's about 26 k's out of the city, I think, and a very popular family-friendly area, and that is a very family-friendly house. That one that went for a very family-friendly price of $740,000. So
I love that it can all be family-friendly. I love that, and it's on a 512.
Not much you do is family-friendly, James.
Everything I do is family-friendly.
No, it's not.
512 square metre block of land, but look, really large, open-plan living and dining and kitchen area. It just screams this is a beautiful family home. So well done, and I had to get that in there for you. And
does it scream?
It does scream it. Well done to also to the agency Ray White. They did a great job with that one.